There are moments in your life when people start behaving strangely around you. They argue, they compete, they cling, they compare, they worry, they watch you closer than before. They act as if losing you would cost them something they cannot replace. And you sit there wondering, why are they fighting over me? What do they see that I don't? What is it about me that stirs people's emotions so intensely? Ibn Arabi teaches that when hearts collide because of you, it is not because you are extraordinary in the eyes of the world, but because Allah placed something in you that their souls recognize even if their minds cannot explain it. People don't fight over you because you ask to be chosen. They fight because your presence awakens something inside them: desire, fear, admiration, insecurity, longing, or truth. And every person who reacts to you reveals not who you are, but who they are. Tonight, you will discover why people are drawn to you, why they compete for you, and why Allah decides who actually deserves a place in your life. Because the truth is simple: people may fight for you, but only Allah chooses you. There are moments in life when you look around and wonder why people react to you the way they do. Why some admire you deeply, even without knowing you well. Why some compete for your attention, your presence, your approval. Why others feel threatened by you without any reason you can understand. Ibn Arabi explains that this is not because of your appearance, your personality, or anything you consciously project. It is because Allah places a hidden light inside certain hearts, a spiritual presence that others sense long before you do. This light is not loud. It does not announce itself. It does not demand recognition. It simply exists within you, quietly influencing every space you enter. And because of this, people respond to you with emotions they often cannot explain. Some people feel peace when you speak. Others feel seen or understood in a way they have never experienced. Some feel inspired to become better versions of themselves. And some feel uneasy because your presence exposes the parts of themselves they have avoided. This is why people fight over you. Not because you asked for their attention, not because you sought validation, but because Allah has placed something in you that touches hearts involuntarily. There are people who are drawn to you not for who you are externally, but for what your soul awakens inside them. Your sincerity reminds them of what they lost. Your strength mirrors what they wish they had. Your compassion softens their hardness. Your truth challenges their falsehood. A heart illuminated by Allah becomes a magnet for other hearts. Some will be drawn with love, some with jealousy, some with curiosity, and some with fear. But all will feel something. Ibn Arabi says that the spiritual states of people often manifest around the ones chosen by Allah for higher inner work. You may think you are insignificant, quiet, ordinary, unnoticed, but others see in you a presence that does not belong to this world. This is not charisma. It is not charm. It is not popularity. It is divine gift, something you did not earn, but something you were entrusted with. And because of this gift, your life unfolds differently. People enter not by coincidence, but because their souls detect what their eyes cannot comprehend. Some will want to protect you. Some will want to possess you. Some will want to learn from you. And some will want to compete for you, even if they don't understand why. But none of this is because of your effort. It is because Allah placed a subtle radiance in your heart, a light that cannot be copied, stolen, or hidden. So when people fight over you, when their emotions become intense around you, when their reactions feel strange or unexplainable, remember this: they are responding to the light Allah placed within you. A light you may not yet recognize, but one that Allah made visible to every soul, meant to learn something from your presence. When two people compete for your time, your loyalty, or your presence, it can feel overwhelming. You may wonder why you are placed in the middle of attention you never asked for, why people suddenly become protective, possessive, or defensive around you, why someone who once seemed calm now reacts with jealousy or urgency. Ibn Arabi explains that this is not a random emotional conflict. It is a divine unveiling. Allah allows moments of human competition not to inflate your ego, but to expose the truth hidden inside the hearts of those around you. People are polite when nothing is at stake, but when they fear losing you, their motives surface. A person who loves you with sincerity becomes gentle, patient, and truthful. Their desire to remain part of your life comes from care, not control. They do not fight loudly, but they stand firmly. They do not manipulate you, but they pray for you. Their concern is not about winning, it is about protecting what is meaningful. On the other hand, A person attached to you from ego becomes restless, demanding, and easily threatened. They do not fear losing you. They fear losing the sense of importance they felt around you. Their fight is not for your heart. It is for their pride. And Allah brings such situations into your life to show you the difference. You do not have to analyze people endlessly. You do not have to force clarity. Allah reveals sincerity through behavior and exposes falsehood through reactions. This is why competing energies appear around people whom Allah has elevated spiritually. Your presence awakens something in others, and their responses show you their souls more clearly than their words ever could. Some will fight for you because they truly value your place in their life. They see your worth even when you overlook it. Their fight comes from love, loyalty, or devotion. Others fight because losing you feels like losing control, comfort, or validation. Their attachment is not to your essence, but to the role you play in their story. And Allah, in His wisdom, allows these collisions of emotion so you can see what you would have otherwise missed. Ibn Arabi teaches that relationships are tests of perception. You are not tested by how people act when they have you, but by how they act when they fear they might lose you. When people compete, their true character emerges. The patient one reveals their sincerity. The loud one reveals their insecurity. The manipulative one reveals their intentions. The quiet one reveals their depth. So do not be confused when people start fighting over you. Do not think it is a burden or unnecessary drama. It is clarity. It is Allah bringing truth to the surface. He shows you who deserves space in your heart. He shows you who values you beyond their ego. He shows you who must walk away and who is meant to stay. You are not being pulled between people. You are being guided toward the one whose intention aligns with your destiny. One of the greatest illusions in this world is believing that your worth increases simply because people want you, seek you, or fight for you. Attention can feel flattering. Competition can make you feel valuable. Desire can make you feel seen. But Ibn Arabi teaches that human desire is unstable. People want you today and forget you tomorrow. They admire you in one chapter and walk away in the next. They fight for you when it benefits them and disappear when it no longer does. So your worth cannot depend on who wants you, because people want many things for reasons that have nothing to do with truth. Some want you because you make them feel special. Some want you because you fill their loneliness. Some want you because you are convenient. Some want you because your presence feeds their ego. Some want you simply because others do. Competition inflates their desire. None of these forms of wanting define your value. They only define the emptiness within them. Your worth is not measured by the intensity of human attraction, but by the wisdom of divine selection. Allah does not send someone into your life because you make them feel important. He sends someone because they are meant to walk with your soul toward what He has written for you. A person who is sent by Allah does not come with confusion. They come with clarity. They do not come with chaos. They come with calmness. They do not drain your heart. They strengthen it. They do not pull you away from Allah. They pull you closer. And this is how you distinguish between people who want you and people who are meant for you. People who want you come with noise. People Allah sends come with purpose. People who want you come with conditions. People Allah sends come with sincerity. People who want you come with ego. People Allah sends come with humility. When you rely on human desire to feel valuable, you will always feel insecure. Because humans change. Their emotions shift. Their priorities move. Their hearts fluctuate. But when you rely on Allah to decide who enters your life, you live with assurance. You live with stability. You live with inner peace. Ibn Arabi explains that a soul's true companion is decided long before the two ever meet in this world. Allah aligns paths not by accident, but by spiritual need. Some people are sent to support you, some to teach you, some to test you, some to break you, and some to rebuild you stronger than you were before. So when people fight to be in your life, do not allow your heart to be swayed by their urgency. Ask instead, who has Allah chosen? Who aligns with my destiny? Who brings out the best of my soul? Who makes me more grounded, more conscious, more sincere? Because the person who is meant for you will not be defined by competition. They will be defined by compatibility, the spiritual kind that Allah writes, not the emotional kind people chase. Your worth is not in the number of hands that reach for you. Your worth is in the hand Allah places in your life. And when that person arrives, you will realize that everyone who fought for you before was only part of the journey, leading you to the one who was written for your soul. There are moments in life when people fight for you intensely, urgently, desperately, yet somehow the relationship still collapses. They insisted they cared. They insisted they couldn't lose you. They insisted they were meant to stay. But no matter how much they pushed, held on, or argued, Allah removed them anyway. And at the time, it feels painful. It feels confusing. It feels unfair. How can someone who fought so hard for you suddenly disappear? How can someone who claimed they valued you be taken away? Ibn Arabi teaches that not every fight for you is a sign of sincerity. Some people fight for you because they fear losing control, not because they fear losing you. Some pursue you because you make them feel powerful, not because they want to protect your heart. Some chase you because of how you serve their life, not because they care about how they serve yours. Allah removes such people gently, or abruptly, or painfully, depending on how attached you have become. If a person comes into your life with impurity in their intentions, Allah will not allow them to remain. He may expose them. He may distance them. He may close their chapter. But He will not let them anchor themselves to your soul if they were meant to harm it. Sometimes, you mistake someone's urgency for sincerity. You confuse intensity with loyalty. You assume that anyone who fights for you must have a pure heart. But intensity is not a sign of truth. Sometimes, it is a sign of desperation, fear, ego, or neediness. The truth of a person's intention is revealed not by how tightly they hold you, but by how gently they treat your soul. Ibn Arabi says that Allah protects His servants in ways they cannot comprehend. A separation that feels like rejection is often a shield. A lost relationship is often a divine rescue. A silence from someone who once fought for you is often Allah saying, "This heart was never meant to carry yours." And if you look back at the people Allah removed from your life, you will notice a pattern. Things did not feel right. Your heart felt unsettled. Your peace felt disturbed. Your intuition felt clouded. You felt smaller, weaker, or more anxious. Yet the person kept insisting that you stay. This is how Allah protects His beloved servants. He interrupts what you would never walk away from yourself. People often ask, if they fought for me, why didn't Allah let them stay? The answer is simple. Because fighting for you does not equal being good for you. Some people fight for their pride. Some fight for their comfort. Some fight for their benefit. Some fight because they fear loneliness. Some fight because losing you would bruise their ego. Allah knows the truth behind every fight. He sees what you cannot see and hears what you cannot hear. When someone's heart carries intentions that would wound your soul, Allah does not let them reach you, no matter how loudly they fight for access. This is divine mercy disguised as loss. So when someone leaves your life despite trying to hold on to you, do not chase. Do not force what Allah has removed. Do not fear the empty space they left behind. That space is not a void. It is a place Allah is clearing to fill with someone better, someone purer, someone whose presence will not compete for you, but complete you in a way aligned with your destiny. Every soul carries an inner state, a quiet world within. Some hearts carry wounds, some carry light, some carry longing, some carry confusion, some carry strength they have not yet discovered. Ibn Arabi teaches that the world does not respond to your appearance or your words as much as it responds to the condition of your heart. People are drawn to you, repelled by you, inspired by you, or unsettled by you, not because of what you say, but because of what your heart silently reflects. A heart is like a mirror. It reflects what is placed inside it. It pulls toward it whatever resembles its inner state. If your heart carries sincerity, it attracts sincere souls. If your heart carries depth, it attracts people who crave meaning. If your heart carries wounds, it attracts people who mirror those wounds. Not to hurt you, but to reveal what still needs healing. This is why some people are drawn to you in ways that confuse you. They sense something familiar within you, a truth, a softness, a strength, or even a sorrow that echoes their own unspoken spaces. Your presence awakens something in them, and their reaction, whether gentle or chaotic, reveals the story of their heart. Ibn Arabi says that when Allah elevates a heart, the world around it shifts. People begin to respond differently. Some are drawn closer. Some become intimidated. Some feel protective. Some feel threatened. Not because you changed, but because your heart did. When Allah purifies your heart, your value rises. And when your value rises, people start fighting for access to you, sometimes with sincerity and sometimes with selfishness. But the reason they notice you at all is because your heart reflects something they cannot ignore. A peaceful heart attracts those searching for peace. A resilient heart attracts those who admire strength. A heart connected to Allah attracts those whose souls feel empty. Even your struggles attract certain people. Those who carry similar wounds find comfort in your vulnerability. Those who fear their own darkness feel exposed by your truth. Those who envy your growth feel threatened by your progress. Everything is a reflection. You attract the people who align with the state of your soul, and you repel those who cannot survive in the atmosphere of your heart. This is why it is unsafe to let your worth depend on external attention. People are drawn to you for reasons that may have nothing to do with love or loyalty. Some are attracted to the peace you fought to build. They want the calmness you radiate, even if they cannot offer it back. Some are attracted to your compassion. They want your softness, even if they cannot treat you with softness themselves. Some are attracted to your empathy. They want a listener, a healer, a comfort, even if they cannot give you the same presence in return. And some are attracted to your light, not because they want to cherish it, but because their darkness feels safer when it stands beside someone glowing. This is why Allah commands the purification of the heart before the choosing of companions. A pure heart will never attract what is harmful for long. Those who come with corruption will eventually reveal themselves and fall away. Those who come with sincerity will remain. If your heart carries truth, false people cannot stay. If your heart carries dhikr, those with heedlessness will feel uneasy. If your heart carries love for Allah, those who love only the dunya will not feel compatible with you. Your heart decides who can walk with you and who cannot. So when people fight over you, compete for you, or feel drawn to you in ways you do not understand, pause and ask yourself, what does my heart reflect? What qualities has Allah placed within me that others are responding to? What inner reality is shaping the external interactions around me? You do not attract people by coincidence. You attract them because souls recognize each other by the light or the wounds they carry. Ibn Arabi reminds us that every relationship is a mirror. Every person who enters your life is a reflection of a part of you. Some reflect who you were. Some reflect who you fear becoming. Some reflect who you are growing into. Some reflect the part of your soul you have long neglected. Your task is not to control who comes. Your task is to purify your heart so that you naturally attract what is written for your elevation and naturally repel what is written for your protection. A purified heart will attract purified souls. A healed heart will attract healed love. A sincere heart will attract sincere companionship. And a heart filled with Allah will attract those who are written to walk with you toward Him. There is a moment in every person's life when they realize something profound. No matter how fiercely people fight for you, pursue you, desire you, or attempt to claim a place in your life, their efforts mean nothing unless Allah has written them into your destiny. Ibn Arabi teaches that destiny is not shaped by human emotion. It is shaped by divine wisdom. People may argue, plead, compete, or insist, but they cannot alter what Allah has decreed. They can only exhaust themselves against a door that Allah never intended to open. The world may fight over you. Two hearts may collide over you. Two souls may claim they cannot live without you. Two people may insist they understand your worth more than the other. But even if the entire world wants you, if Allah has not written it, it will not happen. And even if the entire world rejects you, if Allah has written someone for you, they will arrive. They will stay. They will find you in a way that defies logic, timing, and circumstance. People often think destiny is shaped by the strongest emotion. Who fights the hardest? Who holds on the longest? Who expresses the loudest affection? But emotions are not signs of destiny. They are signs of human limitation. Allah does not choose based on intensity. He chooses based on alignment. Alignment of souls. Alignment of purpose. Alignment of spiritual state. Alignment of your path with the unseen future He already knows. Someone may fight for you out of ego. Someone may fight for you out of fear. Someone may fight for you out of loneliness. Someone may fight for you out of attachment. But none of these reasons qualify them for your destiny. Ibn Arabi says the heart is not guided by desire, it is guided by decree. The person written for you will be guided to you without force, without chaos, without competition, without confusion. Allah does not write confusion into the destiny of His servant. He writes clarity. Sometimes the people who fight the hardest to stay in your life are the very ones Allah removes, not because they are unworthy, but because their presence would block a greater chapter of your story. Allah removes them gently if you are detached, painfully if you are stubborn, and suddenly if you have ignored the signs for too long. Every separation is timed with precision. Every entrance is orchestrated with purpose. Every person who walks into your life is aligned with a specific stage of your spiritual evolution. You do not lose anyone who was written to stay. And you do not keep anyone who was written to leave. When people compete for you, it is easy to fall into the illusion of choice, as if your role is to pick between them, as if their desire gives them authority over your future. But the truth is, you are not choosing between them. You are waiting for Allah to choose for you. The heart that truly belongs to you does not arrive through struggle. It arrives through divine ease. It fits into your life without tearing anything apart. It does not demand that you betray your principles, sacrifice your peace, or abandon your growth. It enhances you. It aligns with you. It complements the spiritual direction Allah has placed upon your life. Ibn Arabi teaches that the soul does not recognize people through appearances. It recognizes them through destiny. The one written for your journey feels strangely familiar. Even if you have only known them for moments, you feel safe in their presence. You feel seen without explaining. You feel understood without speaking. You feel guided without being pushed. There is no need for competition around what is divinely yours. Allah protects it with a seal that no one can break. And sometimes the presence of competition is proof that those fighting are not meant for you. Because what Allah writes does not require struggle to receive. It requires readiness to accept. Your task is not to respond to every heart that reaches for you. Your task is to trust the one who controls all hearts. When you surrender to Allah's wisdom, you stop worrying about losing people. You stop trying to keep people through effort. You stop negotiating your worth just to feel chosen. Because you finally understand. The one written for you has already been chosen by Allah. No competition can steal them. No timing can delay them. No circumstance can block them. No heart can replace them. And the ones not written for you will leave. No matter how tightly they hold, no matter how hard they fight, no matter how much you hope they would stay, destiny is not a battlefield. It is a divine blueprint. People compete for you out of emotion, but Allah chooses for you out of wisdom. There is something inside you, a quality, a light, a spiritual depth that you did not create and others cannot imitate. It is not tied to your looks, your skills, your personality, or your achievements. It is something Allah placed in you long before anyone knew your name. Ibn Arabi teaches that every soul carries a secret gift from Allah, something that makes it different from every other soul. This hidden gift is what draws certain people toward you and what makes others react in ways even they do not understand. Some people feel inspired by you without knowing why. Some feel threatened by you without reason. Some feel protective of you. Some feel jealous of you. Some fight to have you in their life. And some fight to keep others away from you. But none of this is about outer qualities. It is about what Allah placed inside you. What Allah gives is unique. It cannot be copied. It cannot be stolen. It cannot be replaced. It cannot be dimmed by anyone's opinion. People may try to imitate your style, but they cannot imitate your soul. They may copy your words, but they cannot copy the sincerity that produced them. They may compete with your presence, but they cannot carry the spiritual weight you carry. Your inner truth is sealed by Allah Himself. This is why people fight over you. Not because you asked for attention, but because your presence awakens something in them, a reminder of their own emptiness, their own longing, their own potential, or their own envy. A person who sees your light may be drawn to it with love, or they may react with fear. Their reaction reveals their heart, not your worth. But here is the deeper truth. People may fight over you, but they cannot fight for what Allah has exclusively placed in your soul. They can try to possess you, but they cannot possess the qualities that make you who you are. They can try to influence you, but they cannot influence what Allah protected inside you. They can attempt to dim your value, but they cannot reach what Allah has elevated. Ibn Arabi says that the divine gifts within a person are veiled, hidden even from the person themselves. You often do not see your own worth. You do not see the quiet power you carry. You do not see the strength you show simply by surviving. You do not see the gentleness that heals people without you realizing. You do not see the spiritual depth that others feel when they sit beside you. But the world sees it. People feel it. Their souls respond to you before their minds understand why. This is why some people compete for your time, your presence, or your attention. They feel something in you that they cannot find anywhere else. But Allah never allows your value to be controlled by people. He protects what He placed inside you. He chooses who gets access to your heart. He removes those who would misuse it. He shields you from those who would drain it. He distances you from those who would corrupt it. You are not defined by who fights over you. You are defined by who Allah allows to stand beside you. Sometimes you wonder why someone walked away even though they claimed to want you. Sometimes you wonder why someone disappeared after insisting they cared. Sometimes you wonder why Allah removed people who were fighting so hard to hold on to you. It is because their intention was never aligned with the divine gift inside you. Allah does not allow anyone to stay in your life who is not capable of honoring what He entrusted to your soul. Your heart is not a place for ego-filled connections. Your soul is not a playground for confused emotions. Your journey is not a path for people who cannot walk with sincerity. What Allah placed in you deserves companionship that matches its purity. So He removes people not to hurt you, but to protect the gift they were unprepared to carry. Some people would have damaged your light. Some would have taken advantage of your compassion. Some would have drained your energy. Some would have silenced your voice. Some would have dimmed your spirit. And Allah protects His servants too much to allow that. You may think you lost someone valuable, but Allah knows you were saved from someone who could not respect the depth of your soul. No one can take what Allah gave you. No one can replace what Allah wrote for you. No one can dim what Allah illuminated within you. Your task is not to prove your worth to people. Your task is to recognize the divine gift inside you and walk with the dignity it deserves. When you understand this, the fights around you lose power. The competition fades. The opinions of others become irrelevant. The craving for validation dissolves. Because you finally see, people are not fighting for you. They are fighting for access to something Allah placed in you, something they cannot explain, something they cannot ignore, and something they cannot possess. And the only one who decides who deserves that access is Allah Himself. If there is one truth you take from this message, let it be this. People may compete for you, they may argue over you, they may fight to stay close to you, but none of them can claim what Allah has not written. Your worth is not in the hands that reach for you. Your destiny is not shaped by the voices that call your name. Your future is not determined by who desires you the most. Allah decides. Allah chooses. Allah protects. Allah removes. Allah replaces. Allah elevates. And when you finally surrender to His wisdom, you stop fearing who leaves, and you stop chasing who stays. You trust that every heart that exits was never meant to carry you, and every heart that enters arrives by divine permission. So guard your heart, honor the light Allah placed in you, and walk forward knowing this: what Allah wrote for you will find you without competition, without confusion, and without struggle. If this message touched your heart, subscribe and stay connected for more spiritual reflections. Your journey is just beginning, and you are not walking it alone.